Trade Secretary Ramon Lopez says the interagency task force has approved the gradual resumption of dine-in services in restaurants located in general community quarantine areas. This will start on Monday, June 15. Lopez explains only 30% of the restaurant's full capacity will be allowed for dine-in. And we now speak to Trade Secretary Ramon Lopez. Good morning, sir. Thanks for taking our call. To clarify, sir, that is starting June 15, restaurants in areas under GCQ will be allowed to take in dine-in customers, but at a limited capacity. So do tell us more about this, Secretary. What were the factors that you considered in allowing their operations to resume?
Yes, we're doing this essentially in the interest of workers so they can get back to work, get back to their jobs, and that we shall be doing this on a gradual basis. In other words, started at 30% operating capacity because, as you know, in the modified GCQ areas, 50% operating capacity will be allowed. So this is some kind of in preparation for the eventual de-escalation of Metro Manila and similar areas from GCQ to modified GCQ in the near future. So, well, at least we are able to start at an earlier stage the bringing back of work, for the workers in the dine-in restaurants.
So, sir, what are the health and safety protocols that should be followed by restaurants, and how will they implement social distancing as well as contactless transactions?
Well, yes, about maybe over a week ago, we already issued the safety health protocol so that the restaurants can prepare their dine-in operation, and they can prepare for all these health protocols. So, for instance, making sure that their social distancing, chairs and tables are about a meter, 1.5 meters apart, and then of course there can be acrylic glass or clear glass in between customers. The usual sanitation requirement, of course, the wearing of mask, waiters to be at least 1 meter away from customers as they get the orders, or if it's a self-service, then the cashiers will have to have those acrylic clear glass dividers, things like those. Of course, making sure comfort rooms are always sanitized. And of course, all the health protocol reminders in signages around the premises.
Secretary, are there any other businesses that will be allowed to open in the coming days as well?
Well, aside from the dine-in, that we will simply follow the other businesses that will be allowed at certain points of the community quarantine. So, as you know, other businesses will be open once we get into the modified GCQs. Of course, there are over 60 provinces and HUCs already under modified GCQ. So they are operating some, more industries or more business sectors at 50% capacity for those under modified GCQ. Otherwise, of course, the barber shop and so on started last June 7 under GCQ, and the dine-in for June 15. So I guess with this we are able to manage for these workers to get back to and start earning again.
Sir, are you satisfied with how businesses that have opened have complied with the safety protocols, and what have the challenges been, if any?
Well, we are satisfied. Of course, some needs improvement. Our warning to this business opening is that they have to comply with the health protocols. Otherwise, they will be requested to shut down first to allow them to correct any deficiency. We shall be strict. The health officers, for example, for dine-in, the health officers of the LGUs, representatives from DTI, DOLE, and even DOH and DOT in the case of restaurants, which shall be working together so that we can inspect and audit all these places. We made it a point not to require accreditation so as to remove any bureaucratic red tape in giving out accreditation. We allow them to open on the basis that they will only open once they comply with all these protocol standards, but they will be subjected to random audit at any time.
Sir, you're part of the IATF. Has there been a consensus on their recommendations regarding the quarantine status in Metro Manila? In other words, will GCQ stay in the capital region?
I cannot yet talk about that. We shall let the IATF and the official spokesperson, discuss that at the proper time. And I think it might also be the president himself who will be making the announcement. So all these things are currently being reviewed anyway, and there's no final decision yet.
All right. Lastly, Secretary, reminders for the public, please.
Well, of course, we have to remind the public that they have to follow strict protocol standards. It's for their safety. We are really working on reopening the economy, bringing back jobs, that this is the only way that we can restart the economy. So it is to our interest in government to really find that healthy balance, bringing back jobs while making sure that the health protocols are complied with, they are followed, so that we can still manage the spread, avert any spread and transmission of the COVID-19 disease. We don't want to lose the gains that we've enjoyed during the ECQ. So we enjoin everyone to cooperate, and at the same time, we wish everyone that they will be back to their respective jobs soon, so that we can help to restart the economy.
All right, thank you so much for your time this morning. That was Trade Secretary Ramon Lopez.